Call the Kitty Hawk Town Council order this Monday, March 2, 2015 at Kitty Hawk Town Hall. It's now 6 p.m. on the dot. Thanks those of you that came out. Appreciate all of you coming out. Would you join us for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, do I hear a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. I second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. We have a presentation. Police Officer 3, Brent. Come on up.
Brent Sonovic's been an employee of the town, as y'all know, for 15 years. Brent and I were partners for several years and had a lot of good memories. And Brent's a great asset to the department, knows the community well. He's actually, we were just talking about this. I said, how long have you now lived in Kitty Hawk? And he says, we're going on 33 years. So he's been a resident of Kitty Hawk, and his parents moved him here in the early 80s. And he currently lives in their home that they resided in, that they bought. And did they build that home? No. Brad Tillett built a home in Kitty Hawk Village. So glad to have him. Glad that he's a resident of Kitty Hawk. Brent also graduated from East Carolina University with a degree in finance. He goes into law enforcement, which is interesting. Great.
He knew where the money was.
That's right. After that, he felt a call into law enforcement, went to basic law enforcement training at COA in Elizabeth City, and then became a policeman in Elizabeth City for 2 years. Thought it'd be a good training ground for him, and then he seeked out employment here at the Kitty Hawk Police Department. He's been here now for 15 years. He has 2 sons. One's in kindergarten or first grade, and the other one I believe is 3 or 4 now. He's very active with them. They just got back from a ski trip. He's a proud father, and his wife was employed here on the beach also. So great employee. Can't say too many more great things about it. Thank you.
I agree with that. Thank you for being with the town. We appreciate it. Now, I'll tell you one thing, I see you everywhere, so you're definitely out there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next we have public comment. Lynn, has anybody signed up?
Yes, sir. Jerry Sullivan. Thank you. Good evening, Mayor Perry, Council. I'm Jerry Sullivan, and I'm here tonight representing the DARE League of Women Voters. And we're here to present you with your 2015 copy of the guide and to thank you again for your generous support. Complimentary copies of the guide, which has been published by the League since 1988, are distributed annually to government and business offices throughout the county. We'd like to acknowledge the county commissioners, the towns, and the local businesses that contribute generously toward our publication expenses, and acknowledge the support of the many employees who provide updates for us each year. Our guide is published under the auspices of the State League of Women Voters Citizen Education Foundation. The guide provides contact information for national, state, county, and town officials. Additionally, the guide has information on governmentally funded recreation areas and services, local attractions, voting information, and emergency information. This year, members of our league are distributing 6,800 copies of the guide, all the way from Duck to Hatteras, from Roanoke Island and on to mainland Dare County, all the way down to Stumpy Point. In fact, one of our members actually had a bear cross the road in front of her when she was making a delivery. You'll find them in libraries, post offices, the Baum and Fessenden centers, as well as the town and county offices. Just as here's our commercial. The League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan political organization that encourages informed and active participation of citizens in government and influences public policy through education and advocacy. Publishing this guide is part of our continued commitment to provide pertinent information to our community's voter. Membership in the League of Women Voters is open to anyone of voting age, female or male. And we have a number of males in our organization, by the way, and we're always looking for new members. Thank you again for your generous support, and we hope you find this year's guide useful. Thank you so much. And there's copies for you over here.
Thank you.
We also took some over to your town hall.
All right, thank you. The clerk tells me that the new residents to the town find those especially helpful,
Yeah,
so.
they are, and we do have it out on the internet, but I'm one of these people that still likes to look it up. You know, if I want to find out where sewage is, I go to the back of the guide, and lo and behold, I can find where to call without having to
I agree.
go through the internet. Thank you again.
I like paper too. Anyone else?
No one else has signed up.
Does anyone wish to speak at this part of the public hearing? Let the record show no one came forward. Next is the consent agenda. Do I hear a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. There was nothing removed. Next, we have planning, and all we're doing tonight is calling for 2 public hearings. Do I hear a motion to call for the first public hearing?
I move to call for a public hearing on application to amend sections 42-544 and 42-546 of the Kitty Hawk Town Code to allow shared parking as a conditional use between 2 adjacent sites. Public hearing is requested to be scheduled for the April 7th, 2015 Town Council meeting.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Do I hear a motion for the second public hearing?
Mr. Mayor, I move to set a public hearing for the Town Council meeting on April 7th, 2015 regarding the proposed conditional use permit, which would allow shared parking between sites at Johnson, Burgess, Mizell, and Straub, and BK Shuckers.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Do I hear any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Moving right along. Mr. Manager, do you have anything for us?
Mr. Mayor, yes, I have one item I just want to update on storm damage reduction project. Coastal Planning and Engineering has completed 92.4% of their work for the storm damage reduction project. The work since the previous month includes project management, development of environmental documentation, and data analysis and development of the offshore sand resource investigation and borrow area design report. Just as I guess as a reminder, and I'm sure that it'll be noted in a moment, but there will be a public hearing on March the 16th, 2015, here at the Town Hall to address the town's intentions associated with municipal service districts. And, that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney,
I don't have anything else for you tonight.
do you have anything on Winks?
I will have a report for you by next one. The time for perfecting their appeal to the North Carolina Court of Appeals has run, so I'm now in a position to file a motion to dismiss that appeal.
Okay, all right. All right, Town Council. Ian?
I don't have anything.
Jeff?
I'd just like to thank Brent again for his service with the town. It's nice to see him out. He's always smiling, and he's been a great policeman here in the town of Kitty Hawk, and I appreciate his service.
Thanks to Brent and also for Police Chief, Fire Chief, and also you, Willie, for the job you do.
I did it about them.
All right. The only thing I have to add is that I had contact with the attorney for the Overton property. That property is, I don't know if it's been sold, but it's certainly available to be sold. And last I knew, they were working towards that direction. So if some of the citizens ask you what's going on with the Overton property, to let them know that it has to run its course, it has to be sold, and then from there, it will belong to a private owner. So we're kind of out of the picture, but we at least know what's going on and can pass that along. All right? If there's no further comments, public comment, anyone wish to speak at this part? Come up.
Mr. Wilson of Coastal be available at the March meeting?
Probably not.
Okay, thank you.
All right, anyone else? All right, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's been a great meeting.
Yeah.